Freedom Fighters, back with another one. This one's going to be titled The Law-Abiding Citizen. Whatchamacallit, I call these people Mr. Rodgers. You know, they just carry, I don't know, I always have this view of them as like a suit and tie, you know, Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, you know, kind of person who just sits around, obeys the law, does as they're told, you know. Just like all the boomers and fuds. Yeah, we'll probably talk about them as well. But anyway, so there was a video that I was watching a little while back, and I got that up over here. Let's check it out real quick. Yeah, so this guy was in Australia, and he had this hidden gun bunker. And let's check it out real quick.
Oh, wow. The police reaction. Seeing the secret entrance revealed to a gun lover's treasure trove. Officers finding a range of weapons at the property, handguns, shotguns, more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition.
Yeah, so then I had this conversation with this guy in the comments that just really pissed me off. And I figured I'd bring it to you. But yeah, I guess the main poster said, 1,000 rounds. It's a crying shame people have to resort to means like this to hide them. And then you got this guy here, Torque 11, who's just a frickin' idiot. They don't have to hide them. All but one of his guns was legal, and he was registered to have them. Maybe learn about the system before you bash it. The dude broke the law, and he got caught, and he got punished. If he followed the law, he'd still have his guns. So again, he's perpetuating that if you don't follow the law, you don't get guns. That's not how freedom works, buddy. So people are getting on him. At least people realize it. This dude's like, what are you, a Democrat? You seem to complain about any comment that suggests he's gotten caught, or if someone complains about their crazy government. And then, no, I'm not a Democrat or a leftist. I'm a law-abiding gun owner. I don't own full auto in the U.S. because I'm not licensed to own one. So basically, if you don't have permission, Torque 11, you don't do anything. You just kiss and lick the boot all day long. And if you're told you can't do it, you don't do it. If I decide to get one without being licensed to own it, I would no longer be a law-abiding gun owner. This guy did pretty good, so I liked him there. The law-abiding gun owner term is cringeworthy. A few strokes of a pen and you become a criminal overnight. Exactly. I mean, how many times have we seen, a politician say this or that, you can't have this, and all of a sudden you're no longer law-abiding, So I wrote, Torque, how long are you willing to be a slave to uphold the title of a good little boy who follows orders? I don't feel like a slave because I follow the law. I served for 24 years. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's a good old boy. He's one of the team. This is where you always find it. I'm one of the boys, and where I had to give up some freedoms, but it was still worth it. Ooh, what? What is worth giving up your freedoms? Now I follow the laws because that's how society functions. I vote for people who share my ideals and can work to make sure laws stay with reasonable bounds. No, you can't. I owned AKs in the 90s before the ban went into effect. I was still legal to own them when the ban went into effect. I just couldn't go into the store and buy more. The stupid pistol brace law means you have to change your stock. It takes less than 15 minutes or 5 minutes. So again, he's just telling you how to follow orders. They tell you can't have a brace, gotta take it off to be a law-abiding citizen. This guy said, so in other words, you're a FUD. That's exactly right. He's just, you can have guns, but No, think again. I don't even hunt anymore. I just have fun at the range or plinking up in the mountains near my home. Blah, blah, blah. I've got this and that, and it's fun to shoot. 9mm is cheaper than 308. Just because we don't share the exact views doesn't mean we're enemies and that deserve insults. Look where politics has brought you. Nobody, we are enemies. You are an enemy to freedom supporting gun control. Supporting people, get their shit confiscated and stolen. We can't remain free with people like you walking around. Maybe you're willing to be a sheep and accept the supreme law of the land. Gun laws have to been shoved down our collective throats. You don't speak for all of or majority of us. The right to people to bear arms shall not be infringed. Yeah, what part don't you understand? Yeah, alright, this is me again. You will continue to lose your rights bit by bit to maintain the title of law-abiding citizen. And when you finally hit your breaking point and come to the realization that it's time to fight, you'll realize you only have a single action 22, heck, maybe a slingshot. But hey, at least you'll be law-abiding. This guy right here too. Yeah, you're the I support the Second Amendment butt type. A true FUD and oath breaker. Absolutely. He responded to me here. Will I, though? I have the same ability to buy guns today as I did 50 years ago. Yup, a boomer, just as I expected. As a matter of fact, I have even a larger variety to choose from. You can keep fear-mongering all day, but it won't change the facts that you're nothing but fear-mongering about has come true. Oh, really? It hasn't come true? They're literally banning shit day by day. The decade that I've been alive as an adult, a little over a decade, I've literally had multiple things banned. It's literally gun laws every day. We have 20,000 gun laws on the book. Infringements on the book. Something. Clinton did the assault weapons ban. Trump was never a gun rights activist, advocate. Didn't actually do much for guns. Biden so far hasn't done anything except for the brace law. It'll get struck down as it should. Some states have passed crap gun laws, and they keep getting overturned by the courts as unconstitutional because despite your fear-mongering, the system is actually working. No, it's not. And it doesn't matter. If you get tried and convicted of these cases that you say these, crap states passed, they're going to uphold it. And, if you get caught in California or New York with an assault weapon or a 30-round mag and you catch a felony charge and you go back to your free state, they still uphold the felony charge. So, yeah, none of this stuff is getting in it. And then if the Supreme Court rules it later, you don't just get it back. They're upholding this shit. Goes on and on and on. We only have ourselves to blame for the tyranny we tolerate, absolutely. Yeah. So, these people, I've been having this conversation for a while with tons of people. It's not the first time. But, yeah, it always results into the same old boomer talk and, 50 cents. That guy even said, man, I could buy the same thing I could 50 years ago. I can literally name stuff that happened in the last 10 years, that has changed in my life that I can no longer own or have because of the laws passed. So, I'm glad that you're up there in the mountains plinking where, no one's taking shit away from you, but it's been taken away from me. So, that's the reality that I'm facing. And it keeps happening. These politicians are, continuing to push this stuff. It's never ending. And people like you are enabling the tyranny. The Second Amendment isn't written so you can stay up there in the mountains and plink away at your targets. It's to remain a free people. I think I ranted enough on this and got the general point across. So, you know what I say, man. No one's coming to save us. Only God can save us. Get right with God. Freedom fighters out.